A real pressure penalty. Can he beat Foster?
The story of Wrexham spans over 1.5 centuries, since it was founded in 1864. Their first big break came in 1921, when the Red Dragons were admitted to the newly formed 3rd Division north of the Football League. Under the guidance of manager John Neal, the team won the Welsh Cup twice and reached the quarterfinals of the European Cup Winners' Cup in 1976 and 1977 season. In the 1980s, the club was faced with financial difficulties and they were forced to sell some of their star players.
This is only the second time in 10 years that Wrexham have reached the 3rd round of the FA Cup.
Fortunately enough, they managed to stay afloat, and in 1992, they reached the semi-finals of the Football League trophy. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, the club struggled to maintain their status in the Football League, and in 2008, they were relegated to the national team. In recent years, the club was faced with a series of challenges, including financial difficulties and a lack of success on the pitch. However, most of that changed in November 2020, when the Hollywood stars Ryan Reynolds and Robert McElhenney,
It's Father's Day, but if you don't mind, we're gonna celebrate with the mother of all cocktails, the vasectomy.
announced their bid for Wrexham AFC. At that moment, the club was under the charge of Wrexham Supporters Trust.
Today is the call to the Wrexham Supporters Trust. Because it is a club that is owned by the fans, we have to persuade them to vote us through by a 75-25 margin.
And according to the policies of ownership transfer put in place by the trust, a buyer would have to score a 75% favorable vote count from the about 2,000 members of the WST.
Resolution 1, it was a 98.6% for.
Ryan and Rob scored a whopping 98% favorable vote count.
For, and on Resolution 3, it was a 98.4% for.
I've got with me Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, the new owners of Wrexham AFC.
After their takeover, the duo did not waste time to improve the state of affairs at the racecourse grounds. One of the first important decisions was the one to appoint a new manager with the experience and the ability to run a football club. A man with a profound track record of running the likes of Bolton Wanderers, Bradford City and Celtic Athletic. Phil Parkinson's appointment was announced in October 2021. A few months after Parkinson came in, Paul Mullin was signed to Wrexham. The arrival of Paul Mullin, added to the changes that were happening at the racecourse and the Wrexham community at large, worked to ignite embers of hope in Wrexham.
Really excited that the takeover is happening because it can improve the whole town as a collective in terms of the infrastructure of the town. You know, the stadium will likely improve.
The 2021-2022 season, which was the first season under the ownership of Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
Good afternoon, everyone. So the day has finally come, but now it's all about who delivers on the day, who handles the pressure of playoff football.
The Red Army finished second in the National League. They proceeded to the playoffs with the intentions and hope of achieving promotion.
Nicely, McAtee gets it back! Great goal!
By this time, it was now clear to the Wrexham community just how much positive influence the Ryan and Rob takeover had to the club and the community at large. Through their influence, as famous and popular personalities,
welcome to Wrexham.
The duo managed to increase Wrexham's international exposure tenfold through their social media, high-profile talk show interviews, and the popular Welcome to Wrexham documentary.
Cropper does get great distance on it as expected! They've done it!
The near miss, after losing to Grimsley Town Football Club, added as a key motivating factor and a uniting bond for the Red Army squad that played a part in propelling them through the 22-2023 season.
The breaking news is that Ben Foster
After a very
has
exciting
come out of
season.
retirement just before his 40th birthday, and he's going to be playing for National League leaders Wrexham.
Wrexham finally confirmed their promotion.
Champions! Wrexham are promoted! They have!
After beating Bournemouth 3-1. The promotion is such a monumental achievement for Wrexham because it remained elusive for the Red Dragons in the last 15 years in a row. The entire town of Wrexham was a thrilling party after the big achievement, which saw the football players from the racecourse grounds joining their fans in celebration. On the 2nd of May 2023, 20,000 fans came out to celebrate both the men and the women team of the Wrexham Football Club. It has taken more than just Hollywood stardust to inspire and influence Wrexham. Ryan and Rob both realized that taking over Wrexham was not just about the club. They realized it had to be about the Wrexham community. They have successfully integrated with the Wrexham fan base and the entire community at large. It is evident that with the staggering achievement during their first 2 years of ownership, Wrexham's potential is limitless and the future of the Red Dragons is surely bright.